Okay, so this is the VA's stuff. So when you guys start asking me questions about why these numbers don't make any sense,
in other words, someone came from the VA and presented this to us at the seminar, and this is the information they gave us. So we can't tell you why they gave it. We're just letting you know what they're saying now,
and we'll try to interpret. Okay, so the first one they have is basically showing their production has increased. There's a ton of numbers here, but the numbers that matter to me is that they're saying they went from 2 years ago, 172,000 cases were decided, to this year, and realize they still have another month to go. They're saying they put out 260,000 cases were decided. They're doing about 24,000 a month, so that should be up to about 284 or 285. So
okay, so the top part, legacy, that's the old cases where you had to file a VA-9 to get to the board. Okay, they're phasing those out. As you can see, there are very few of those left. Almost everything now is the AMA, and it shows you on the first one on the left, shows what they started with in 2022 and where they've gotten to and now.
And one thing they're showing here that's interesting to me is they're saying the HLR, the high level reviews, are taking 103 days to complete. So you get a rating decision, you disagree with it, you put in your 0996, say I want a higher level review. They're saying it's taking 103 days from that point. So all the time we get people asking us, hey, what's normal? How long is this? Should this sit here? What should I, when should I start barking? Oh God, let's do some math here. So 100
it's
so
like a half
months,
a year,
right?
No, it's like half a year.
No, 100. That's 90 days. 90 days is 3
months. What did they say?
170.
Matt, 30 days is a month. Well, 12, so that's a year.
It's 103 days.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at 173. 103.
Right for once. So we think that's about 3 months. So if you've been sitting there and realize that's an average, to me, 3 months mean about 5 months, because some of the things, if they turn around in a day or two, which I'm sure they do to skew their stats, I would say 5 months. So if you've been sitting there for more than 5 months, I'd start raising hell. People ask us that all the time. What's normal? So
that's not.
Oh, duty to assist era. Now that's interesting. We will get into that.
All I want you to know is I don't agree with that at all. Yeah. Like Matt said, there may be a lot of denials coming out and they're using that, but it is not 3 months. No.
Nate, bring back the duty to assist era. I think in 3 slides from now, we're going to, not right now, but just remind me of that because we're going to discuss that. That's a really big point. Okay, this is just kind of interesting to see what people out there are doing as far as when they disagree with the decision, how are they disagreeing with it? So you see how there's an increase. People are doing more supplemental claims. They're doing a little bit more higher level review.
So this being the veteran.
The veteran, how the veteran's appealing. So what lane they're going in. And then you can see the appeals to the board are down overall, which is kind of interesting. Overall numbers.
Matt, don't you think they're down because people know they're going to sit there forever, just like we do?
Yeah.
But if you have somebody who's 75 or has a reason to move, get into the board.
Get into the board, yeah. So I did these numbers on the back of my hand, and I think the overall numbers now have actually gone up to where all these numbers together, it's about 29% of cases that are coming in, new cases, are being appealed, versus it used to be 26%. So, that doesn't sound that much, but we're talking hundreds of thousands of claims. And so, that couple of percentage points does add up over a while. Okay, what AMA lanes are people choosing? And then again, this goes back to it, shows how supplemental claims are the huge majority, and the BVA you can see is not quite as much.
And a comment on that, remember the supplemental claims are decided by the least experienced person who is going to take the
least.
Like
biblical terms, the meekest among us.
The meekest, and so they're not going to grant anything that isn't just absolutely positive.
Well, she says that. Now watch this. Here's the grant rates.
Yeah, right.
So they're saying, if you look at this, Carol, they're saying that you got 21%, 22% rate of getting granted on higher level review. This actually has gone down. The number. Oh man, I hit a button. I don't know how it did. The number's gone down on grant rate, but they're saying the grant rate for supplemental claims is over 50%. Now, understand this. This is by claim level. And when they say claim level, that means the claims you filed. And claim is kind of captive everything. So you can have a claim that has 1 issue, or you can have a claim that has 27 issues. Okay. So when they say claim level granting, that means one of those thing. Yeah, one part of those 27 or whatever.
And it could have been service connected at 0%.
Yep. Yeah. So That being said, they're saying there's a grant out there for all those.
And I think they're more supplemental claims because I think, people are having such a hard time going to the board that you're either left with higher level review or supplemental. And with supplemental, I think a lot of times people are being told, get more evidence and come back. I know my clients are telling me that the VSOs have told them, don't go to higher level review, get more evidence. So, you can't really tell a lot from this about.
Yeah. She's ruining my staff reputation. I'll tell you what.
Hey, Nate here. Something really cool that we're offering. It's a whole community called Vets Advantage that has a whole bunch of past blog posts with information on the VA disability benefits process from beginning to end. Everything you need to file your claim properly and maximize your benefits is in the Vets Advantage. So what are you waiting for? Click the link below to go ahead and join the Vets Advantage and become a part of a very thriving community teaching you about the VA disability benefits process. And as always, thank you for watching.
All right, so let's look at this. This is not yet the remands. We will get to that. So this is saying what the timeline is for just higher level reviews. If you look at this now, this is interesting. They're saying that 97% of their higher level reviews have been pending for less than 125 days.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a big statement. So Carol doesn't agree with it. I'm a little skeptical myself, but to me, if this is what they're saying, if you have a case that's been around for over 5 months, I'd start raising hell. Just say, hey, look, you're telling me your average is 103 or 125 days, and I've been waiting for 5 months. What's going on?
I've been doing that. You don't get anything.
Well,
I'm not negative. I just don't want them to expect something that's really not going to happen.
Okay. Well, I just think it's important people know this. All right. So this is kind of a worthless. No, this tells us how many they've received in year date. Okay. So if you look here, they had, just forget about the total receipts and what one versus the other, but in 2021, they had 114 cases that were appealed to higher level review. Was 135 the year after, 198 last year, and this year it's been 210. So in this fiscal year, there have been 210,000 appeals. And again, we've got one more month that have asked for higher level review. So this is what's showing is left is pending. That is what it is. Okay. So this goes to what somebody asked Nate on the duty to assist. This is kind of interesting. So somebody has a duty to assist error. So if you look at this, this kind of breaks down what each appeal is. They have 60 that are just sitting in new higher level reviews. There are 75,000 reviews that need to be done on higher level review duty to assist errors. Okay, so they found error. I mean, so 75, and you got a total number here of just under 100. People can't see my cursor. You got a total number here just under 160,000. Okay, that's a massive chunk. People who are waiting on higher level review there. And if we go here, this talks about duty to assist difference of opinion. So this talks about what they're saying is pending still. I don't quite understand this July stat, but if you look here, it's saying the duty to assist. This is something we've been talking about for a while, how they're basically punting and hiding cases in these duty to assist errors. They're saying ostensibly that they got rid of these. I don't.
No, they're still going up.
Oh, you know what they did?
The gray.
Okay. Well, no, they're saying this is the latest month. So what they did here,
Where did they go?
I will tell you if you quit laughing. I tell you what, she's really hard to deal with sometimes. So what they did here, this is the AMA, okay, the OAR, and this is what Carol's talking about, St. Petersburg, and DC. What they did this month, July, is they took all these appeals and shot them back over to the field offices, which are basically the, what do you call them? The where you file your initial claim. Okay, so the St. Peter, just the ROs in each different state. So they took this number and they put it down here. So now it's no longer at OAR, but the thought is this will be worked faster because there's a lot more people adjudicating at the regional offices. You've got 56 regional offices or something versus 3 that are just
at the regional office.
We don't. Well, that's what I said. It's going to be at the regional office, but it's not necessarily going to be somebody who has taken more time to do this. So this goes again. That question's a great question. These are the duty to assist errors. They should be coming back much faster now. Okay, because we have seen this inside, and we've talked about this on the space a lot. Just how each month it seems like it's getting longer and longer for folks who had a claim at higher level review. The higher level reviewer agreed with the person and said, yeah, they screwed up below. This is a duty to assist here. They sent it back, and then it just sits in this column and gets bigger. So now that the VA is saying, look, we're sending this back to the ROs. It should be handled faster. Unfortunately, we don't have any stats on what that, well, I guess we do have this page that says the waiting time, higher level review return, that's the duty to assist error, is going down. I don't quite understand this. Average days till, I don't know what that means. Average days till completion is my understanding of that. So they're saying this is going down to 140. And that is over 3 months at least. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if this clears out, but I would say there is some hope on these being addressed, because before they were just being hidden, frankly.